Hi, Peter. Um, or Ansha, I guess whoever's ending up grading this. I know this is going to seem beyond ridiculous, but I am here on the last day of this class, and my parents are asleep, and I'm back home. And so I have no one to do it on, and I was going to just do it on some imaginary thing, and I walked down into this room and remembered my dad has this random skeleton. So I actually can still do a FSA. The skeleton will be standing up, and one of his arms has fallen off, so I'll test his sensation, but, and his range of motion and whatnot, but, it's going to already be just what it is. And the patient won't have feedback for me, but I hope you find this at least a little bit as funny as I did. So now I'm going to do an FSA. I'm going to call this Timmy the Skeleton. Hi, Timmy. I was hoping to do an FSA on you. It's called a focused spine assessment. And the reason I want to do this is you took a pretty hard fall there, and I want to make sure that you're not having any kind of spine pain, because if you're having any kind of spine injury, we need to make sure we address that and treat it accordingly, because that could be a pretty serious thing. So if you're comfortable, I'm going to, in a comfortable position, and you're just kind of sitting how you want to be sitting, I'd like to run my hand and kind of put a little pressure on your vertebrae, and I want you to tell me if anything's uncomfortable, anything feels out of the ordinary. But first I like to ask, and I know this is going to be kind of ridiculous, are you intoxicated at all? Have you been smoking at all? I just want to make sure that there's nothing that could be distracting you from your spine or any kind of injury that might have happened. All right, now that we've kind of gotten that out of the way, I'd like to kind of just go down. I'll try and be gentle in case there is anything, but I have to press a little bit firmly to make sure that we actually can feel it. So how does this feel? Is there any pain here? How about down here? How about right in this vertebrae? You feel anything? How about here? Anything lower here? Does this feel anything weird going on over here? How does this feel? What about here? Lower? Anything lower at all? How about kind of very at the bottom? By kind of your sacrum. Anything going on here? Alright, so now that there's nothing going on there, do you feel any kind of shooting pain kind of in any of your extremities, and any kind of, when you move around, do you feel anything just in your normal range of motion? Alright, well, I'm going to do a couple tests to see if you kind of have all that sensation and everything, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. So I'm going to take your arm here, and all your range of motion is good, as you can see. So what I want to do here is I want you to take your wrist and lie it flat on my arm here, and I want you to push up against my hand as hard as you can. Okay? And now I'm going to hold your fingers together, and I want you to try and splay your fingers apart. Alright, pretty strong. And I do that with your other arm. Okay, same thing, push up. Okay, and your fingers. Okay, everything seems good there. And then I guess this will unfortunately be out of the frame, but there are legs hanging off the skeleton as well. Alright, now with your foot, would you mind pushing up against me? Okay, and would you mind also pushing down with your ankle? And how about wiggle your toes? How do your toes feel? Okay, those feel pretty strong. And your other foot? Okay, push up. Alright, push down. Okay, that feels pretty strong. How does these toes feel? You mind wiggling your toes for me? Okay, those feel good. Alright, my last thing I'd like to do is I'm going to take, and I promise I won't prick you too much with this, but I'm going to take kind of a little sharp tool and something soft and kind of cloth-like. And I'm going to just run it on your body, and I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to do it on each of your hands, and I'm going to do it on each of your ankles, just so that you can tell me if you can tell the difference between this kind of sharp prick versus a smaller prick. A sharp prick versus a kind of cloth brushing on your hand. So if you don't mind closing your eyes. Okay, there's a little sharp prick. You got it right? And yes, that was the soft cloth. Now I'm going to go on your ankles. Keep your eyes closed. All right, what was that? Yeah, that was the sharp tool. And how, yep, that was the cloth. All right, so you seem like everything's in order, so I think you should be good, but we'll keep an eye on everything, make sure everything else is doing all right. So thank you, Timmy, for being my hero at 12:30 when no one else is awake. All right, see you, Peter and Ancha. Thank you for seeing this. I know this is really ridiculous, but thank you for this class also.